Salute everybody. This is Lawrence D. Adams. You should be able to hear me loud and clear. Let me get to the what's going on. Good to see you. Today we were talking about the game isn't for everyone. This has been a most incredible week this week, and this actually, let me put this up here right quick. With the things that are going on in social media, far as with Jada and Will, far as with whoever else, the guy that took the young lady out on to the Cheesecake Factory and she didn't want to go and all like that. And I realized that that getting knowledge is not for everyone, or getting wisdom or getting the game isn't for everyone. As much, let me open this up right quick, boom. As much as it's been given out here on social media, I realize that the game, the purest form of the game, is not for everyone. And what has happened is we want everybody to get the game, but everyone doesn't deserve the game because they don't value the game. Let me say that again. We want everybody to understand female nature, male nature, gang strategy and everything like that. But I realize when you watch these things on social media, some of the things that some of the athletes do, some of the stars do, I realize, you know what? I can't get mad because I realize game ain't for everyone. If everyone played the game, then everyone will think they should deserve to be a winner. The game ain't for, isn't, or I put isn't for it. What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you two guys there. Good to see you. The game isn't for everyone. And I realized that thinking today, looking over my life, some of the things that I went through, some of the things that I experienced, I realized that some of the things that you're going through, some of the things that you experience is not for everyone to understand or to digest. They cannot stomach really real game. Because if they can stomach real game, they would not be in the situation that they're in. And as much as I'm an advocate for helping men and women understand the game, I realize everyone does not deserve, or should have the game that's being disseminated or given, passed out at this place. I could talk about Will and Jada. That would be a good thing. But you know what? That would get numbers and things like that. People have opinions, and we can say all the things we want about Jada. Like I said, I'm not going to be on the one that's going to be bashed or whatever the case may be. She is what she is, plain and simple. There's no way around it. Jada is what she is, but you got to understand this. The purest form of the game is like in the movie. I can't think of it. I can't think of the movie right now, but it's like Blue Magic. You get that game, it might take you out. And this is the thing. And let me clear up some other things too, because I got to clear some things up to get to where I want to get at. I want to make sure I understand I am not here to bash anyone as far as with the red pill, blue pill, and every other pill. Sometimes I did a show, I think last year or the year before last. You have to graduate from the red pill. What happens once your eyes open up to the reality of what life is? It's good to see you, Renee. What happens when you graduate past the red pill? What happens when you stay in the blue pill? What happens when you go past that point? There always has to be a graduation point from that. And I think what happens is when we talk about the game and we give it out, we disseminate it, we pass it out, we give it to this one, I realize just like the red pill, everyone is not ready for their eyes to be open. Everyone doesn't want to realize that there's a matrix. Everyone don't want to come into the knowledge that if you're not playing the game, someone's playing the game on you. Some people rather sleep through life than live through life. Let me say that again. Some people rather sleep through life than rather live through life. So giving them the game is not going to help them. Showing them that, that right there is a blue sky, but no, it's purple. It's not going to help them. You telling them how female nature is not going to help them. You telling them how male nature is not going to help them. I was on a post yesterday, and it was a simple post with Denzel Washington in the movie The Equalizer, in the recent movie The Equalizer. And the lady I wish I should have brought it up. The lady was asked him, who cooks for you? And he's like, well, I do. Wow, what's up? He said, well, we said, who cooks for you when you're at home? She said, well, I do. He said, that's what Denzel said. He's like, she's like, okay. She said, I would love to cook for you and give you some of the authentic food from this place. What's going on, DJ Barry? And get you some of this authentic food from this place. The comments inside of that post, even though it was a clip from a movie, The Equalizer, the comments from the post lets me know everybody does not want the game. Some people just want to debate and fight over things that don't even matter. So in that clip, and you look at the comments, you will see, well, he's married to a black woman. It was just a movie. They're missing the point of why that clip was posted and what was said in there. And the deeper thing is that was missed, because we always talk about female nature, but we never talk about masculine nature. What does he need? What does the masculine nature need to thrive? Well, everybody quiet now. That's just the real. That was missing in the clip. I got tongue tied there. Is that this man simply was asked, who cooked for you? She was very feminine. She wasn't trying to overrun him. She said she wanted to cook for him. Women in that particular post had a fit. No, I'm not cooking for no man who we think he is. I ain't doing this. But it's easy to come down on that. But are we really looking at what the consumer, which is the man from the woman, what he really wants? So that's what I realized. I made my comment on the post and I left it alone. And I realized everybody doesn't want to wake up. Everyone doesn't want the game in their life. Once you realize that, it's going to free you. Everyone does. Some people still want to walk through life. They want to be ignorant. They want to go what they want to go through. They do not want the game. You know why? Because of this magical word right here. This is what we talked about here. And I don't know anyone else is talking about it, but I'm going to say it here. When you get the game, it's going to make you accountable. You cannot have the game and not be accountable. You can have anything else, but you can't have the game and not be accountable. Please understand what I'm saying to you. You cannot have the game. I'm talking about the purest form of the game, not just jumping jacks and skipping and stuff like that. You cannot have the game and not be accountable. You cannot lace someone else with the game and not hold them accountable and expect them to be accountable. The game is about the true game. When you talk about it, when you go through life, is about accountability. You cannot move the chess pieces and not be accountable for the next move that you're going to make. That's why the game isn't for everyone. You have to be mature enough to even digest when the game is given to you. It takes accountability. It takes you realizing that, it's me. I have to do something about this. Think about it. When I said the game and accountability, I'd make sure it had nothing to do with victimhood. You being a victim of anything, you're accountable for everything that takes place in your life. I'm telling you. Like I'm most systems, they have the sections, either Account information. Yep. You got to have accountability when it comes to the game. The first person that you must be accountable to is yourself. And I realize in this day and age, on this social media, there's an advent of people who while I realize the game isn't for everyone because they don't want to be accountable. Not just women, there are also men who do not want to be accountable. Who do not want to be accountable for who you slept with, that woman that you slept with. You do not want to be accountable for the baby that you had. You don't want to be accountable for the things that you said. Accountability, integrity, correct. Thank you so much, Red. Accountability and integrity goes with the game. And I realize I'm just talking off the top right here because I think it's so important. That's why I realize it ain't for everyone. I got frustrated this weekend. Just be honest. Let me be very honest and be very clear. I got frustrated this weekend. I was upset. I didn't like some things that took place. I didn't like how things flew. I didn't like how somebody moved. I didn't like how this person moved. And I realized no matter how much I want to give that person the game, it ain't for them. Let me be very clear. No matter how much I want to give these particular people the game and show them this is what you need to do. This is how you need to flow. This is how you get this done. If you do this, that'll work. They ain't ready for it. The game ain't for them. Because when you take this game, you're going to have to be accountable. Just plain and simple. I don't know anywhere else to tell you how to. That's why I realized the game isn't for everyone. That's when I laugh when some of these guys post some of the things that they do. And I did this for this woman and she did this. Were you accountable for what you did? Well, I don't know why she did that. Are you accountable for what you did, bro? I don't know why she did that. They're easy to blame and not they don't want to take accountability for the actions that they did. And the same thing goes for women. I don't know why these men keep coming after me. I post on Instagram, and I don't want these men in my DM sending me stuff. Baby, what you wearing? You ain't accountable for your actions on what you are doing. That's why the game, I don't know what to tell people, is not for everyone. It is not for everyone. And let me say this. This is an arrogant statement. This is something that I know a lot of people ain't going to like. They're not on your level in the game, right? Let me. I know everybody ain't gonna like that. I know everybody's not gonna like this. They're not gonna agree with this. I know in this space, not just this space, in this world and things like that. And I'm gonna say it. I'm going to say it. Plain and simple. As much as I talk about game, and you can't handle the heat and can't stay out of the kitchen, right? Much as I realize this, I understand this more clearly today. Why the game isn't for everyone is that people are satisfied being tricked or being tricked. Let me say that correctly. Being tricked. Let me say that again. People are satisfied in being tricked in life, being taken advantage of, situations happening, and they do not want to take responsibility for anything. People are satisfied. I realize some people are professional victim homongers. They want to play the victim. They want to say it's them. They want to take the place that everything is happened to them. Okay, Jada Pickett, Smith, everything is there happened to them, and this person did that. Some people are professionals at being victims, or they're professionals of not knowing or wanting to know the freaking game. I'm gonna tell you about me. I'm gonna tell you about LDA. Well, if I don't know something, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna research, I'm gonna stay up at night, I'm gonna get up in the middle of the night, I'm gonna think, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna research, I'm gonna find out what I need to do. Why? Because I do not want to be at the bottom of the barrel. Actually, let me say this. Just be very clear. And this, y'all, please get this point. Please get this next point because it just hit me that quick. The game is really not for losers. The game is for winners. And you study any basketball, if you comfortable feeling sugar honey iced tea. If you study any basketball or athlete and things like that, you realize even though they play the game, they play to win. And I realize a lot of people don't have a winning mentality. I seen when the interview, not this game with, yeah, you got your guys. They like the attention of victims and getting instead of the power of game brings. Correct. Let me say this. Because this is. I watched the interview, not the game where Colorado State played last week, but the week before. Even though they won, Deion Sanders wasn't happy about it. Y'all can have your feelings about Deion Sanders. I don't care. That's not my thing. I like watching the game. It's exciting. Great. But one thing I realized, Deion Sanders is here to play the game. But he was not satisfied with the win. Some of us are so satisfied with the win and that we're playing the game that we don't look at the defects in the areas where we need to work at. And he was happy that, oh, yeah, we won. Okay, great. But at the end of the day, we looked at what's going on. Good. What's good to see you. Good to see you. He was not happy with what? How they won. That's the game. The game is for winners. It was never designed for losers. So if you have a loser victim mentality, you don't deserve or shouldn't even be touching and thinking about getting the game. All you're going to do is spoil it and make it rotten and make it what it's not going to be. Plain and simple. The game was never. If you want to play, think about it. If you're going to play a game, any game, you playing the hopscotch, if you playing pickup game, guess what? It is for you to win. I'm telling you. I wish people would get this. You would rather be right or be happy. Correct. We won the game, but we played terrible. That's exactly what he said. Right there. We won the game, but we played terribly. That right there shows you someone who is not satisfied with the level of game that he had. That right there. Thank you for that. Thank you for your soul for that. That right there. That's why the game isn't for everyone. Because everyone would have been what? Sitting right there. We won the game, man. Yeah, man. I got the girl, man. I got the car, man. I got the house, man. I got the this. I got the this. But you ain't happy. You ain't happy. You did it. You did it terribly. You look terrible doing it. That's why I'm not really bothered by Jada Pinkett. I'm not. Jeezy, I'm not Jeezy, Jenny Mom, anybody. Why? Because I understand the game ain't for everyone. And let me help somebody. Let me help somebody for those who are watching about Jada. Because I know y'all want to hear about Jada Pinkett Smith. I know you want to hear about that. Don't y'all understand that Jada is playing the game? Y'all, that's why the game ain't for everyone. The game isn't for everyone. Jada is playing the game on everyone. What is she doing? She's putting out breadcrumbs about things that you want, salacious things about her and Will and about being separated, and Tupac proposed to me and this and that. She's playing the game. Why? Because she knows that she got to sell a book. No one wants to hear about her. Right? Y'all, we tired of her. She has wore our social media ears out with her drama. But you got to understand what game she's doing. She's doing a social media blitz. When you understand that, you realize, okay, she playing the game. She playing the long game because she know when that book drop in December, no matter how much we say we tired of it, somebody gonna read it and say, "Oh yeah, yeah." You see what Jada said about Will? You see what Will did? You see, Will didn't really say nothing because he understands that this is the game that they are playing. That's why the game is for everyone. When you understand the game, you sit back and realize it. She's playing the long game because she's looking at how many people are going to buy the book. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brown Hornet. Creating controversy in order to spike up book sales. This is the number one tool in the game. I remember hearing the great Reverend Ike says that they were talking about him. And you know, they were saying these things and this about. He said they were saying, you know, they're saying this about you, Reverend Ike. He said, that's good. They're keeping my name in their mouth. What is the draw of Donald Trump? He knows how to keep controversy going around him. You may not agree with his politics, you may not like his hairstyle, but the guy is playing the game. Create controversy in order to spike the book sales. That's the difference. Any publicity is good publicity. That's it. And that's what separates what? People who play the game and people who do not play the game. You manipulate the masses. Now y'all getting it. See, everybody ain't getting it. Everybody ain't getting it. Everybody ain't getting it. That's what you do. That's why the game isn't for everyone. I have a book I read. I haven't read it in a while. It's called Trust Me, I'm Lying. And it's about media and the market. And I realized how much they play the game on you and I to get you to draw us into what we're doing. That's why I realized the game ain't for everyone. Think about it. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels did not blow up until when? Please, somebody tell me, when did Rashawn Samuels blow up on social media? Somebody tell me, when did Rashawn Samuels blow up on social media? Please, somebody, you may not agree with him and I like him, whatever the case. When did Kevin Samuels blow up on social media? When did everybody start taking notice? They've been brainwashed since the TV was. Yeah, that's right. You're right. When he called that young lady average at best. When he called that young lady who was average at best, because she was not just be real honest, her wig was back here. Her wig was just like this. Y'all can play like you want. I got a bald head. I know this look crazy. Her wig was just like this. When he called her average at best, bing, that's when he took off. Now he was taking off already, but that really just took him out of the stratosphere. You got to understand the game isn't for everyone. Once you realize it isn't for everyone, you begin to when you realize that, you say, oh, I see what they're doing. I see how they're playing. Now the thing is, how can I use that game that they use for my advantage? Anytime someone's about to come out, Kevin Hart, when he's coming out of the movie, what did he do? What did Kevin Hart do? Kevin Hart would get on Twitter and start tweeting about it. He would create some controversy. Something would happen. He got caught in Vegas with some girl or whatever, and it wasn't his wife. Controversy. That's why the game ain't for everyone. Yeah, she was average at best. I don't care what they try to help her out, but she was average at best. Understand the game is only won when you know how to play it. That's why it isn't for everyone. When you understand that Jada Pickett is following, I'm gonna give you another person who uses the game masterfully. And not one female could help a sister like with that. That was game. That was game two. Oh, thank you. Oh boy, and not one female could help a sister with that. That was game two, right? They know they couldn't help her. Her wig was back. It was back here. It's like, yeah. And she talking about she want a guy with a certain baby. I'm gonna tell you another person. Y'all may not like him, and that's Mr. West himself, Kanye West, the king of controversy, going on rants and saying this, walking around with a whole thing. You know, Kim said this, man. You know, God and Jesus walk. Think about it, even with the Jesus Walk With Me. Hip hop guy doing a song about Jesus Walk With Me. Controversy. Give you another example. I'm showing you the game. How does Snoop do a gospel album and win gospel album of the year? And he constantly smoking what? Smoking this. It's the game. When your eyes open up, you realize the game isn't for everyone. Then you realize who's playing the game. Check what's coming out next. I can't say the next thing because I don't want my channel to get, flagged or anything like. But I will say this: there is a game being played right now. Not on my channel. I'm talking about, in the world. Let's put it that way. Look at Mr. West. They're taking my babies away. I can't do this. He go on these rants. He sound this. I'm a genius. I'm overconfident. Controversy. Sales go up. He put his album out 5 minutes. Boom. He got a million streaming things. When you understand the game, you realize, thank you right there. Not just the game, but what the game are they are playing. When you understand the game, you realize how they are playing it and how they're playing it on you. That's why it isn't for everyone. Yeah. What? Come on, man. Bro, I'm telling you. That's why I years ago, when the book first came out, the 48 Laws of Power, I digested it. I read it like crazy. Why? Because it gave you the game. It showed you through history. I even read, most people read the book. I read on inside the book, in the side of the book, there was stories on the side of the inside of the camera. I read the book. What's going on? Tap in from New York. Shout out to him. Shout out to New York, baby. Yeah, I'm glad you need to hear that. I'm telling you, when you realize this, that's how it works. Please, this brother, you on it today. Rappers start beef with each other, then all of a sudden they drop an albums and go on tour. Please, that's the game. Think about it. All I got to do is start a beef with anybody. Start a beef with Alfie. Start a beef with Lucario. Start a beef with Rhyme. Start a beef with who's that? The lead attorney. Me and O'Shea go back and forth. Or let me go back and forth with Just Pearly. Let me go back and forth with somebody else that's prominent in here. What happens? The controversy on me and Angry Man, or me and I can't even go. What happens is it stirs them up, and people say, "Oh man, they had it. They're going at LDA. LDA is the cool dude, always cool, dressed nice. Now he's getting it. Viewership go up. People look, and now everybody say, "Ah man, they're doing it." Same game that was spit. Think about it. Even with Kevin Samuels, he was spitting the same game prior to that, but everybody wasn't paying attention. It was the game of controversy that was thrown into the mix. They got his viewership up. I'm not one of the shepherds of the Lord. The Lord is my shepherd, correct. And the viewers, please understand that's how it works. That's why I'm saying the game isn't for everyone. Oh, let me start a beef with somebody. Oh, the lead attorney, he ain't this. This one ain't that one. And I'll say, trust me, it don't just happen in there. It happened even at church. Happened in the mosque. Somebody who, y'all, I'm an advocate, and no disrespecting none of them. All Louis Farrakhan right now and say something about the war over in Israel. Controversy goes up. You may like Louis Farrakhan, you may not agree with him, make whatever. I'm not here to do that. All you got to do is say something about it. If you study, if you're a person who studied the game and life, you realize you create the controversy and you walk away. Create the controversy. And I realized that. I seen that even on my TikTok. Some people didn't like what I said about men this week. They didn't like it. Oh, you shouldn't have said that about the men and 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 the men. Okay, great. Great. Wonderful. What do you want me to do? But you understand that's why the game isn't for everyone. I'm gonna give you another example. Some fights that have been going here on social media so you understand the game. The Passport brothers against the Game brothers. Guys giving game, and then the guy the Passport. You don't need game when you go over there. You need game when you go over there. We don't need game because we go over the Passport brothers doing this. Then the Passport brothers get a bad rap. Then the game guys get a bad rap. You paying for this, you giving game. Controversy. You stir the pot up. Stir it up, brother. Stir it up. You stir it up. I watch it and I just laugh. I said, oh, the game is on. The game is about to be played. Anytime you realize, which is a great tool. Thank you. My brother's here. Good. It's a chess game. Here's the rules of 3D chess. Who's beefing with who? The point to what's at stake. What are they fighting about? This point is the prize. How does that affect you? Correct. I'm telling you. And let me give you a good game. Let me give you some good game right here. The point is how the fight is won or lost. Correct. I love it. Being about to control your actions in action. And this is, I'm gonna tell you another move in the game. Y'all ready for this? Because you gave it away, but I seen him. LDA is compromised the internet. Let me tell you something like this. Let me tell you another part of the game. Why it ain't for everybody. Sometimes, woo, I shouldn't be sharing this. I should share this. That's right. That's right. It is a chess game, and I'm the queen. See, stirring it up. But let me give this game right here, because this gonna get you. Sometimes you start the beef, you do all that so that you do become the loser, so that you become the underdog. That's why this game ain't for everybody. Sometimes you start the beef, you go back and forth, you do all that, and so what? You become the underdog. So people feel sorry for you. I can't believe they said that about you. You did all this stuff. I can't believe that. You're a good person. And all the time they don't realize that the game was being played. Who else is a master at playing this particular game? Y'all should know him. His name is 50 Cent. He just did it again with Will Smith. We need to go give therapy help for Will Smith. Free Will Smith. He's playing the game. He knows that what show he got? Does he got the show Power? He's got a Power, I think it is. He got a couple things that he doing projects. He knows if he keeps himself relevant in the news, he's going to in the internet, social media, he plays the game. When you realize this, you step back and say, hey, I see what's going on. I see how it's played. I see it happen in the church. I'm from the church. This brother can't preach. We can't have him over here. He doing all this. All of a sudden, everybody flock over to hear this person preach. Controversy. I remember years ago, there was a preacher. I'm not going to say his name, but I say from the Baltimore, Maryland area. He was controversial. I was in college and everybody was like, whoa, you hear with this? Just like the women. Yep. It was so let me get a story. Just like females run that game. So I was in college, and we at this time, I'm gonna tell you, I guess it's telling how old I am. We were passing cassettes. So everybody had a cassette of, and we will copy the cassette, and it was a cassette of this particular preacher preaching. He was controversial, believe me. It was two of them. One was from Louisiana, and one was from Baltimore. And they were talking. You thought they were the Two Live Crew. They were the Two Live Crew of the church. That's how they were talking. I mean, these two people were the Two Live Crew. And you know how the Two Live Crew, hey, we want some sad. They were the Two Live Crew preachers of not so much their actions, but what they were saying in the pulpit. And man, I got that tape. And he came to our particular church, and God said this, and then he said this and this and this and this and that. Well, I was like, whoa, what in the world? Then a couple months later, the other preacher came from Louisiana, and he began to say, yo, man, you know, this how you do with your wife. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. Everybody's like, wow. Boop. Sales went up. We could not keep this particular guy's books and this other guy's particular tapes. We was hustling the tapes of this particular preacher because of the controversial things he was saying on there. If he were to say those things now, our community would be upset because somebody will be offended. But they played, you know, we can say it. I'm saying the game, and they played the game so well that they won. Let's put it that way. One particular person played it so well, he was on stage. He made it all the way to the stage to where he needed to be at. You know why the game works so well with these particular individuals? Because, and this is pulling the sheets back. We can talk about that person, but we want to talk about her. Why the game works so well is because most people live boring lives. Why the game works so well is because most people live boring, mundane, go home, eat their food, use their bathroom, watch their show, surf the internet, Facebook laugh, send them my meme. They live boring lives. That's why the game, when it comes to, say, this controversial game comes out, it's so exciting to them because it gives them life. I'm telling you, that's why the game isn't for everyone. You got to be thorough to play the game we're talking about today, as far as with the controversial game. 50s, and let me say this. Let me say thorough. You got to have tough skin, because some people can't handle it when they're in the fire like this, when they're throwing darts, and then the darts are being thrown back at them. That's why the game ain't for everyone. You think about Tasha K, same thing. She said something about Carly B. They got into a tussle, and Carly B now suing her, and you know, it's the game. In the game, you got to know who's a worthy opponent before you even start what you're going to do. Sometimes we pick the wrong person and not realizing that it can take us all the way out. That's why the game isn't for everyone. Oh, I play the game. Don't trust me. I play the game. I'm telling you, this is the reason why the game isn't for everyone. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the chat room. Put a number 2, or let me know, like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, LDA. Is this knowledge? How do we apply this to our personal lives now? Greg. So with this, you got it, yeah. So with this knowledge, how do we apply this to our personal life? This is how you apply this to your personal life, which is a great question. You apply this to your personal life, because this particular game is this. You apply this to your person. How do I apply this to my personal life? You apply this to your personal life when you realize, when you wake up to the knowledge, when you wake up to the knowledge that, very simple. I'm gonna make it as easy as possible, because I know I can go deep and be in the spaceship in 2030. But let me come back down further. When you realize that the game is not told, is sold, and that the game, either you playing the game or you being played. That's simple. Either you playing the game or you not be or you not either you playing the game or you being played. So you apply this to your personal life and realize, where in my life have, let me put what Red said, just like women run that game. Have women run this game in me, where she started an argument on purpose. Where in my life where, someone did something to see how I was going to run, how I was going to do. Women can easily start an argument. I'm saying that they all do, to see how you're going to respond and see how you deal with it. She's running the game. Or she's just happened to be late for your, y'all supposed to meet together, whatever the case may be, and you let it go. Thank you, Renee. Starting the argument is a test. She want to see if you're gonna bite the bait. This is how you apply it to your life. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Let me get myself together. Let me not bite into this. There you go. I like this. First step is practically applying the elements of the game in your life is to build off strength of character. But for instance, try being a leader. And where do you the first person you need to lead? I'm gonna always emphasize this on this social media platform. The first game you run is on yourself, but the first person you need to lead is your own self. If not, it'll be your own asphalt. The first person you lead is you. Let me say some game. I'm gonna tell you some game I ran. I post certain things on my social media that I know is gonna ruffle some feathers. I know it's gonna cause people to get emotional. And I'll sit back like this, like the puppet master, and watch them get into a whole debate. All I got to do is throw in the Bible. All I got to throw in something man and spirit. And guess what will happen? People take the bait and run with it. And so you got to realize the game isn't for everyone. Matter of fact, this is the point I wanted to make earlier. When you realize this, when you realize the game isn't for everyone, you realize it's not supposed to be for everyone. It's not. I don't care. It's not supposed to be for everyone. And we think we want this utopia that everything's going to be happy. Everybody's going to love me. The game isn't for everyone. And it's not supposed to be for everyone. Someone has to be the pawn sometimes. When you realize that, you start playing more effectively and more efficiently. When you realize, peace, what's going on? You go, good to see you. When you realize that everyone's not supposed to receive the game and is not meant for everyone, you become so free. As the old proverb go, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And when the teacher is ready, the students will appear. When the game is ready, you will appear. When you are appear for and ready for the game, it would appear. The game is not for everyone, and it's not supposed to be. There's different levels of game that's being played that if you knew about it, you would be mad about it. You will be like, man, this doesn't make sense. This ain't right. I can't believe they played me like this. If you understand that was the game that's being played on black men, if you understood the game that's being played on black women, you understand the game that's being played on the world itself, on relationships. Do you understand the game that's being played to keep men and women apart? I know it's an evil laugh, but it's the truth. Look, it's the truth right here. Do you understand that the game that's being played on you for real? If I can, let me break some game down right quick. If I can keep you fighting with women, men, and you don't have sex, and you go to Pornhub, and you go to X video, and you release yourself there, I decrease the population game. If I keep her not wanting to be with you because men are just yucky and they're nasty, game, I'm fighting against them, and now she wants to be with another woman, game. I have effectively destroyed the family game. Just because you know the game doesn't mean you're going to use the game correctly. The whole thing is, some game is used to promote just some game is used to keep you to keep this dysfunction going inside of the community. The game is a great power. One must be very careful how it is used because you will be accountable for all your actions, correct? Either you're pimping or being pimped. You got it. Face green smile, not the corn hub. This knowledge helps you live life in a whole different level. Right. It goes deeper and it's geared towards black men. Correct. See? If you understand this, that game of passive, what's this? Acquaintance, obey, comply, consume, just like they showed in the movies they live. See, y'all, now y'all getting it. Why is so dangerous? Why is so dangerous to expose people to the game? Like with the red pill, when the red people start getting the red pill here on these channels, it's going to make you angry. They call it the red pill rage. Oh my God, I can't believe this woman did that to me. They get into a red pill rage and I'm gonna fight this girl and I'm gonna do all this. Guess what's gonna happen? Once you get the game, you realize how it's gonna play it on you and how you mismanaging the game. You'll wake up. This guy, I know he got something. You know the real game that got ran LDA when they put Sexy Red Tape out this week to introduce folks to Pornhub. This young ATO Mexican kid was like, "Yeah, I saw it. I didn't watch the crap because I saw the gameplay." We talked about it, bro. Bro. I call it the Kardashian move. You do a sex tape. Oh my God! Something. Boom. Your everything goes up. Sexy Red had that. I seen it. Let's be honest. I wanted to see what she working with. She ain't working with nothing. She sound like a mule. I appreciate that, Justin. Appreciate that. Sexy Red sound like a mule up there. But they played the game because she strategically brought that tape out. What's going to happen? Either a record's about to come out, something's about to come out, and it was strategically played. That's why the game isn't for everyone. I did watch that crap. Appreciate you, Jess. Good to see you, brother. I've learned that having this game will determine your success, your failure, and your survival. Correct? Yeah. Wasn't me, y'all. It wasn't me, y'all. I'm here to tell you that sexy red tape. Well, I seen it on Twitter or X now. That was all to keep her name in the news, keep her out there. Now she's magically she's pregnant now. I understand the game is being played on you. Controversy is the game of choice. If you understand it, you use it for yourself, or you see how it's being used on the masses. That's why this game ain't for everyone. Thank you. It's their publicists that are playing. So celebrities can't speak out of pocket. Right. Oh, baby. They don't know once they sign that contract. The game that was about to be played on them. They got to bark. They got to jump. They got to do everything they need to do to keep that money coming on. And they don't realize that their publicists, everything is keeping the game going. That's what they do in so, especially in entertainment. They get some dirt on you. Oh, I dare not tell that story. Oh, they'll get some dirt on you. Wait till you get almost popular, get out there, and then they bring it out. So the best thing you can do, especially in these spaces now, is tell her what you did. That's why I can say I've been married twice. I can say it. Yep, I've been married twice. Ain't nothing you can say I'm not gonna tell. I ain't gonna tell you everything, but I'm gonna tell you that. Can't pull none of them. Yep, I've been to jail. Been to jail for a week. I didn't go to prison. I went to jail. See things when you can say things and you're free from it, ain't nobody can hold it over your head. Been robbed before. Yep. I was at gunpoint. They had me at gunpoint. Yo, bro, give me your stuff. Happened to me right here on Thornhill, over here by Thornhill and Lakeview. Come on. Yep, I live several blocks down from Bone Thugs and Harmony. There was young guys. I remember those guys. They were younger. Yep. So certain things, when you realize the game, sometimes you expose yourself before you expose yourself before someone else give an opportunity to capitalize on what they want to throw dirt on you. It's all planned by their marketing and publicity team. The actors pose as just vehicles to make money. That's man right there. That's the game. That's why it ain't for everyone. See, this, I'm gonna tell you the game we can do. See, now Justin, me and him have the same last name. All we got to do is do a controversy about us. Who we think? I'm Adams before he was Adams. No, he's not Adams. I'm Adams. No, you Adams. I'm Adams. I'm LDA Adams. I'm Justin so and so Adams. We go back and forth. Then we get Coach Adams. Then we say, how can it be three Adamses? I'm the first. I can say I'm the first Adams. I'm LDA. Then Coach Adams talking about he the first one. And then Justin said, I came along and I'll teach you how to do that. Controversy. All the while behind the scenes, we're laughing all the way to the bank. Laughing all the way to the bank. Some things, like you said, Justin, is already planned out there to get it. That's why I got to think, where's the book? I don't have the book right here. I think I do. So I watched the game. Persuasion. Robert Cialdini. This is the book I found about Britney Spears. Dirty Little Secrets of Showbiz. Right there. Controversy is the new currency. And let me throw some of this. Let me throw something else to the currency. Controversy is the new currency, and clout. See you. Clout. Controversy is the new currency, and clout. Stir it up. So why y'all think, I'm just sitting here, LDA don't know nothing. Right here. Brand new. Yep, right here. And what the thing they don't want you to do is, if you find this game out, you will be upset. Like I said earlier, the reason they have with Kevin Samuels is what did Kevin do? He pushed once he figured out the game, he started pushing the pedal. He started bringing women up with bonnets and hairdos and one eyelash and makeup, and then they try to do clout chasing. Why? And what Kevin used to say, I'm going to make you famous. It's from the movie, actually, from the movie. I'm going to make you famous. I'm going to make you famous. I get the controversy. It's the I am that's first. Think Genesis, like the first man, Adam. That will get people turned in. Controversy, clout, stir the pot, sit back and eat good. What a concept. Right there. You have capsulated everything that I'm saying today with this game. The book is Persuasion. Yep, you got it. Persuasion. Robert Cialdini. There it is. The devil. Hate is more probable than positivity. I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad you said that, Evil Rebirth. I'm gonna give you something. I was just listening to one of my favorite groups, rap groups back in the 80s. And actually I think I dressed up as one of them back in junior high school, was Run DMC. And I had the DMC glasses. They were gazelles. That's what they were, gazelles. And I had the gazelles on, and had the hat. I borrowed my grandfather. I snuck my grandfather's hat out, and I went out to the Halloween party. I was dancing with this chick. I was like, yeah. But he said something in an interview that was quite interesting. The moment he started rapping about not drinking and smoking weed, people didn't want to hear about that. But the moment he talked about smoking weed and drinking 40s and doing this with this girl and holding it up, people didn't want to hear that. People have more of an inclination, once paid attention, they have more of an inclination, they have more of a desire to side with what? Decide with what? Negativity. Game is only ran when it's not recognized. Thank you so much. I like that, Ryan. I appreciate that. Just right here, you got to understand it. Stir the pot. Sit back, eat good. What a concept. That's why this ain't for everybody. If you realize this, can I give a story time? I'm trying to debate if I give a story time. Should I give a story time? Why do you think they pushed Mary Jane so hard to black men? The smoke does so much harm on so many levels, low sperm levels and turns to estrogen, just to name a few. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. Here is my love. Thanks. Right. You stir the pot up. Now, when you go on social media, you go anywhere else, look at where they stir the pot up with anything that's going on. When you look at anything that's going on social media, find out where they're going to stir it up. If I were to talk just positive, I watch the numbers. The new Mary Jane is social media. Woo! That's good. That's good. I watched my numbers. When I talked about Beyonce and Jay-Z, my viewership went up. When I talked about Jada and Will, my comments went up. Now, if I was to talk about the esoteric meaning of how to manifest your greatness as a man and a woman, too much for too many people. If I was to tell you how you can be the best quality person that you can be, and be the and actually run game and actually live, not just run game, but be the game, I understand the game. People are attracted to freedom and excitement, and what hates can produce on the internet is it takes no discipline to engage in that kind of behavior. Okay, I'm gonna give you the name. Boring. He's boring. Right. So the book is Robert Cialdini. Let me put his name in there. Very good book. You gotta be this scholar. You can't just read this book. This book is Cialdini. Ciad. Let me put this here. And I want you to look it up. Robert Cialdini. Very good books. Very, very good. I'm trying to see if I got the other one. I think I got the other one right here too. No, that's not it. Can't find it right now. Yep. And I would love nothing but to hear the type of stuff you for you, yeah, from you, yeah. And it's the other thing. So everybody think I was talking crap about the 48 laws of power. Here go my 48 laws of power. Now I want you to look at this. This is how much I read it. Book then came apart on at the stem, or at this not the stem, but it's not called the stem. It's called the spine. I'm sorry. Look at that. That's how much I read this book. Came apart. Came apart. People don't get this. Then I have books. Then I have books that I can't even. It's called. I'm not going to give. I can't give you what this is called. The mystical eye. Then I have a book here. Booker T. Washington book. Don't tell them how old this book is. I need to get it redone. It has. I hear you the other day. There's a space in social media for folks to learn how to rob, but content speaking about how to be a better man, how to lower body, be a better man has low body count. Shameful. It is. I'm here to tell you. This is the thing. I'm trying to find the one book for you. I'm trying to find this one book. I want to find this one book for you because I want you to realize how much I have read this book. I'm gonna see if I got it over here. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? What did I do with this book? What did I do with this book? Where did I do with that book? Another book. Oh, there it is. I found it when I was looking for the other book. And just the other book. So I want you to realize I'm a reader. This is the first book. I don't even have the cover onto it, by Robert Cialdini, called Influence. Y'all should know this book. The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Why am I sharing this? See the cover coming. This is how much I didn't read the book. Pages folded back. I mean, one more book. One more book. Book, 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 book. Book, 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 book. One more book. I want you to, yeah, LDA's library, right? Let me get another book. I got my brother's book, Real Pure Chauvinist, Alpha Kingdom, The Finesse Gang, Alpha Kingdom, Dominant Mind of a King, Alpha Kingdom. Now I have one book that I need to get. I had it since for over 10 years plus. And I'm just gonna run it that quick. Why am I showing you this? Why am I saying this? How to Hacker. Yeah, you've seen that book. Why am I showing you this? If you're going to be thorough in the game, now this is why the game ain't for everyone. You got to be well read. I have a freaking library. I have books on my phone. I have books that I read. Books I haven't even touched yet. I have books that I can even show. I got stuff that's not even on print. I'm gonna give you two other books, and I'm gonna cut this out. 6 cents. I'm gonna run it quick so you can't see it. And this is the book right here. Oh. Jose Silva. That's all I'm gonna say. Every man needs to have his own personal library. Trust me, fellas. It's very imperative, impressive, and flexible to the ladies to point towards stimulating conversation. And you applying the knowledge from the book. Yes, that's the difference. Reading books are where the knowledge and secrets are held. Correct. This is why the game isn't for everyone. You guys stayed here for 1 hour and 8 minutes, and I'm showing you my personal library. And these ain't even some of the books. This is the thing. I'm gonna tell you a cold move. I'm gonna give you some game right quick on the book move. Let me give you some good. Yeah, I'm gonna give how to keep the truth from the society put in the book. I'm gonna answer this question. I'm gonna tell you a cold move in the game. Can you explain the balance between being well read and doing the field work? A lot of men are down reading. Okay, good. I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna give you this flex, and I'm gonna answer that question because it's a good question. So what I do is I have certain books. Don't forget the second. Don't forget the second Bible, the 48 Laws of Power. I pulled it. What I do with it? I just had the 48 Laws of Power. I don't know what I did with it. Here it is. 48 Laws of Power, right here. Split in half. That's how much I done read it. But let me tell you this. Let me give you a flex. So if you have your own personal home library, what you do is you get certain books in your library and you turn them the opposite direction. And I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to go. You got certain books that you have in your library that you turn the opposite direction. Why do you turn the opposite direction? Because it's not for everybody to read. That's one thing. But the other side of the game is this. When the young lady came over and she looked at your library, she's like, oh, wow, you have a lot of books over there. Well, how many books you got over there? The first she's going to do, she's going to glaze over and like, oh, okay, he got books. He reads. Okay, great. Why are those books turned the other way? Why are those books turned the other? Well, baby, some of those books I can't share. I'm not ready for me to divulge those type of books to you. You may not be ready for that type of knowledge. What you're going to do is pique her curiosity, and she's going to want to know. She may leave it alone. You may do what you do, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But why those books are turned the opposite way would go what? Would grind in her mind why you didn't tell her what that book was. Like this book right here. I'm telling you. Let me answer this question because it's a very good question. Can you explain the balance between being well read and doing the field work? So the balance is this. You can be well read and you can know. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give it a simple example. I can give you the instructions on how to fix a bicycle. I can tell you there's a chain. I can tell you there's two wheels, there's handlebars, there's the frame, and there's the gears. You can read all about that, but yet not know how to fix a bike, let alone ride a bike. So you balance it out by getting the knowledge, but also getting out there and actually taking a bicycle apart and putting it back together. Or if you don't know how to ride a bike, learn how to ride a bike. Or if you're riding a bike and your chain pops, then what you read in the book will begin to make sense because you have the hands-on knowledge of what you read in the book. So I think what happens is being well read can impress a lot of people, great. But being well read and being able to have applicable or having be able to apply that to your life makes you completely different. I'm gonna say this. Y'all ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna tell you right here. This is the reason why I don't know if I can say this. It's gonna hurt somebody. It's gonna hurt them when I'm about to say. It's gonna hurt somebody when I'm about to say. It's gonna hurt some people when I'm about to say. This is why we thank you. The word must become flesh. You're right. This is the reason why a particular group of species can have a PhD but can't keep a man. I almost want to speak in tongues right there. A group of particular species, beautiful women can have a PhD, but they can't keep a man. They can have the book knowledge, but they don't have in the field hands-on experience with a man. There can be guys who are educated, but they go down the wrong street and they leaving with no wallet, just their shoes on and underwear. Why? Book knowledge is good, but it must be married. I like what Fear Soul. It must be married with street knowledge or the knowledge to be applied in your life. Hence, book knowledge versus street knowledge, and they should work together. Say it. That's why we get so many suckers out here. Correct. Facts, LDA. Speaking from experience, goes over way better than speaking from theory. Leading by example is more potent than speaking bossy talk. Right. So I can talk from book knowledge. I can break down this book, and you will be like, "Oh my God, LDA, that's deep." But it doesn't mean anything if I don't have experience, game, life to apply and how it worked for my life. So a lot of people, and please people, I'm all for education. You must be educated. You must get some knowledge in your head. Please, like my grandfather said, please get some education. Educate yourself. You see, I'm educated. I got books I don't even show you. I got books that are backwards you don't even know about. Educate yourself. But when you solely rely on your book knowledge and not common sense and comprehension, a life of game, you're bound to be a fool. Everybody know the educated fool. Everyone knows the guy who knows how the statistical, who knows how to solve a problem, but he doesn't have any game to get women. We know the women who have the PhDs.
Execute Order 66.
Who knows how to, she can tell you how to do this and do that, but she can't keep a man. She can't figure it out. That's why you must take which you'll be book read, but also take it, like you said, from theory to experience. I can tell you I got books about the Bible, about prophecy, and about all prophets and things like that. I can break that down. But until I prophesy and you see something I said come to pass, it means nothing of the theory that I have over here. I can tell you everything about women, female nature. But until you hear my experience and how I got dumped, or how I won over this particular or how this game I use worked with this particular young lady, it means nothing. Somebody said something early this morning. Until the knowledge, the book knowledge, and applied knowledge becomes one, then you walk into another knowledge. And I'm giving this away. Book knowledge, street knowledge must become one, or applied knowledge must become one. Then you walk into authentic knowledge. You can tell you have some wherewithal. Some people be on these social media streets talking off the side of their head. They talk real good. They got the theory. But when you listen to it, you're like, man, that don't make sense. Nah, dog, that ain't right. Because it's not authentic knowledge. Or as the brother said, the word became flesh. Has what you heard, this is why the game ain't for everybody. This ain't why for everybody. Has it become authentic knowledge inside of you? Or has it become real for you? I can tell you some game about women. I can got some stories. From hood rats to doctors. Game. It means nothing if it's not applied. It means nothing if you have not taken what you see. The game must. This is the thing. The game must be taken into the laboratory of life, and you have your own experiments, and you come back and report back here and say, "Yo, what he said works." This is where the problem is. You must take the knowledge that's been given here or anyone else that you listen to and say, you know what, that's good, brother. I like what you're saying. Okay, that's great. I like that. Okay, yeah. Let me apply it and come back and report. Yo, I seen what you said, LD. I seen it, man. I seen it. Yo, son, I seen this. I can't believe that late she did that. Man, I mean, you ain't gonna believe this. I got this job. It's paying 6 figures. What? Yeah, the game works. We cannot rely. I don't want you to rely on my victories. I want you to rely on your victories using the game. Let me say that again. I don't want you to rely on my victories in the game, because I can tell you, I got stories for days. From women flying across country, from women going through snowstorms to come see me. That sounds good. Oh, you about that life. It means nothing if you don't have your own stories about it.
You can't make this up.
It means nothing if you don't have your own stories about your life. That's why the game is for everybody. This is the reason why we debate on these social media streets about who has the best game and who knows this and the password and this and all that kind of stuff. I understand all that. Until you go out and apply it and have your own story and report back. One thing I remember in church, they always would ask for the report of the day, Sunday school and everything like that. What's the report? Until you report back that this works, you're still stuck in your head. I dare you. I challenge anyone that's listening to me. Take what I'm saying. You didn't seen examples. You heard me talk. You heard the game. You seen the esoteric stuff that I said, the numbers, the angel numbers, all that kind of stuff. See if what I'm saying works. Put me to test. Tell me I ain't right. Tell me I'm a fraud. Tell me what I'm saying ain't the truth. Come back and say, you what you said, LDA, man, that's nothing but you ain't nothing but bull, that's nothing but BS, man. Cool, prove me. See if it works in your life. With that being said, I hope I answered your question about living this particular life. It isn't for everyone. Everyone don't want to. Whoa! Let me drop this for the people just listening. I'm gonna give you this game. I done showed you about 10 different books. 10 different books. I'm gonna tell you what I want you to catch this before I leave. Let me throw the music on. The game ain't gonna work unless you invest in yourself. The game is not going to work until you invest in yourself. If you need that one-on-one, and let me drop the music. If we do a one-on-one or a group coaching, it is for a fee. Please come back and have your homework and everything you say I asked to do ready for me. Don't come back. I don't have time to play. We will be doing a webinar. We will be doing a webinar. Have your homework, have your stuff together. If you want to participate in a webinar with me where we talk about something, yeah. How's anything going to work if you broke? Yeah, you got to invest in yourself. Is playing your part or role a part of knowing the game as well? Yep. A simple question. If you do the one-on-one consultation with me or the group consultation, what I think I'm going to do, and with the group consultation, I'm going to change something. I'm not doing a one-on-one one-off. We're going to do a group together, or we're going to do you do so many for 6 months out, things like that, because you can't get it in one hit. Let me say that again. You can't get the hit. You can't get the game in one hit. Or if we do a group challenge, please understand. Please have your homework, have your stuff together. I know some people didn't dropped off with that one, but have your stuff together. But if you want that, you need to reach out to me, LDA. You can reach out to me on any social media platform. I need to get that. It will cost. Until you're willing to invest in yourself, you ain't ready for the game. Until you're ready to invest in yourself, I know you ain't ready for the game. Let me say that again. Until you are ready to invest in yourself, you see, I invest in time, failure, disappointments, things like that. Until you ain't ready, this game ain't for you. You want that one-on-one consultation with me where you can ask some personal questions, some things that you don't want to ask in front of everyone else, which are, I understand that. You need to sign up for that one-on-one consultation. And if you do that one-on-one consultation, it is a price tag to it. I have to do it. And we will have webinars. We're going to do a webinar. I got a webinar I'm going to start building out coming up. Please understand, it ain't for free. Anything for free, you ain't going to value. This is Lawrence D. Adams. Peace and hair grease. Oh, wrong picture. Wrong picture. Ah, shoot, wrong picture. Wrong picture. Oh my God. Oh, what are we doing here? It's the LDA's dancer, huh? Well, y'all still here? I can't believe y'all still here. Y'all still here? I can't believe y'all still here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to leave to go get me some lunch. Y'all still here? Who's still here in the chat room right now? Who's still here? Who's still listening to LDA? You seeing the girl up there dancing, shaking her, as they would say, shaking her groove thing. Oh, shoot. Y'all still here? I can't believe y'all still here. Reopen. I can't believe y'all still here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all still here? Yo. Y'all still here? I can't believe they still here. Yo, son, you still here? Y'all missed the game. Oh my God, I can't believe it stopped. I can't believe y'all still here. Chat room is still alive. I can't believe it. 12 people still watching. Salute to everyone. You missed the game. I ain't gonna give you no more game. I didn't gave enough today. See how I switched up that quick? I didn't gave the game. What y'all doing? I just gave some game right quick. Got the Ray-Bans on. What's up, Fierce Soul? They still here. I guess they still want that good game. I was gonna give a story, but I guess I gotta go. They ain't ready for this because this is turning into another show. I didn't gave the good game. They still here looking. Y'all want more? I see what you're saying. I had to switch up, took my hat off, put the Ralph Lauren on, put the other thing in. But I'm just here to tell you, this game ain't for everybody. Check your mama, ask your sister, make sure your sister wig is in place. Make sure you got your vitamins up. I'll cash out you something 5 more minutes. I appreciate that, Fierce Soul. Let me drop some game. They stuck around for this. Let me drop some more game. Appreciate that. Let me say this. We didn't talk about knowledge. We didn't talk about controversy. We didn't talk about applying. But let me share this game with you. That's so super tight and so super right. Oh, they still here. Okay. 7 something heavy is in the air. Okay. Let me say this. The real essence of game, why I say it ain't for everyone, because when you get this, guys, you're going to be accountable for it. You're going to be accountable for it. But I'm going to say this. Once you get the game, you realize you can't. Somebody put it already in the chat room. You can never be played again. Once you get this type of game, you will never, ever be played again. That's the difference from those who understand the game, who apply the game, and they'll never be played by the game. I'm here to tell you, you'll see it walking down the street and you'll pass it right on by because you'll never be played again. Sometimes the best game that you can get is when someone plays you by the game. Or the best lesson that you can get is you being played by the game. Y'all need to stop fighting being played by the game. Some of the best game I got is when someone played me with money, whether it was a chick or it was a situation. Some of the best game that ever was is when I was played by the game. That's why this game ain't for everybody. It's when I realized, whoa, this person done ran a game on me. They didn't took my money. They didn't took my honey. They didn't took this and they did this. Is when I said, I got to figure this out. I'm about to be played by the game. Some of the best game you can get is when you've been played by the game or you've seen somebody else been played so heavily by the game that you like, oh, that ain't going to be me. This is why the game ain't for everybody. Because some people do not want to get out there and get their shoes dirty or get out there and get in the dirt and get muddy with it, get gully with it, get in the mud with it because they want to keep clean. I'm here to tell you that some of the best game I got is when the girl left me. I can remember. I'm going to tell you the game. I was in high school. I think it was in sort of high school. Yeah, beginning of high school. 11 or 12, I think I was in the 10th or 9th grade, and the girl I wanted, her name was Sandy. I wanted Sandy. Sandy had them nice eyes. She had that hourglass. She had that nice frame, but she was bow-legged. And baby, when she walked down the street, I was smitten. Then I worked with her. Sandy was nice. And she had that nice voice. Hey, Lawrence. I was like, oh, I just want to swim all in. And she had a gap. She had a gap. I don't know. Y'all know what a gap is. She was bow-legged and she had a gap. Oh my God. But what I didn't know is one of my dudes from school, because I used to walk Sandy home sometime, you're trying to hold books. I'm holding her books and stuff, walking her home. But what I didn't know, that up the street, around the corner, my dude Eric, one walking her home, talking to another girl, was smashing her. My little heart was broken. I was like, oh, not Sandy and Eric. And he's like, yo, man, it just happened, man. She wanted me. I was so disappointed. I'm like, dog, Eric, man, you did knock Sandy off? Yeah, man. And it's crazy because as much as I like Sandy, and I wanted to rock that song wasn't even out there, but the rock and knocking the boots, I wanted to do that. I learned a powerful lesson. Don't put the girl on the pedestal. Don't put her on the pedestal. What I mean by don't put her on the pedestal, for those who are listening still with me, I invested so much in my attention and my imagination to her. Guess what? That when it didn't work out, I was hurt and I wasn't even with her. I didn't get a kiss. I didn't get a hug. All I got was, you're nice, Lawrence. And I didn't even get to smell who she was. Lesson learned. Sometimes the best game that you can give is the ones that knock you on the head and knock you on the, it's like, nah. That knocks you in the face and say, you know what? You ain't gonna win. It's what you do after the lesson is given that determines how well you're going to be in the game. Let me say that again. It's what happens after you lose in the game or lose in the situation. Because I really wanted Sandy. Sandy was, man, God, you're just thinking about her. I'm rubbing my hands. I wanted to see her, do some backflips and do some things. But I realized, what could I have done different? And then I had to charge it to the game. What does it mean, charge it to the game? I had to just say, you know what? She ain't the only girl that's out there. Let me go. Let me let her go. And that's when the other girl came along who was into me more. She was into me more than I was into her. Always had them girls that was into me, I wasn't into them, but I didn't realize those were the girls that was willing to do anything to be with me. That's the game. You talking about why the game isn't for everyone? I could have stopped right there with my heartbreak with Sandy and not realize all the other women that was around me trying to get at me. Appreciate that Cash App, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that right there. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm telling you, that's the difference. Why this game ain't for everyone? Some men, I've been there. I ain't going in front. You stuck with the heartbreak of the one that you want. You thought was the one, and you can't move forward. Don't let that be you. This is why the game ain't for everyone. Get up, wipe yourself off, brush your shoulders off, and get out there and re-execute your game again, or get out there and use your game again. That's why I'm telling you, you can always tell when somebody talking crap and when somebody just talking out the side of the neck and they ain't never experienced a real woman. I can tell, I can smell it a mile away. Sir, like Ron Will said, I can smell it. The way you say certain things, the way you move, you ain't did nothing. The real game is won not in your head, but on the streets or in the field. Let me say that again. The real game is won not in your head, but when you take what's in your head and apply it in the field. That's why this game ain't for everyone. Because too many men, and I'm talking to you men, especially you black men, you stuck in your head, you stuck in your mind, you stuck in what could have happened, should have happened, didn't happen, and you're not doing nothing about it. Show me any man that's thorough in the game, and I tell you, I show you a man that got actions. His action is his middle name. Show me any man that's thorough in the game, and I'll show you his middle name is action. Is his middle his middle name is action. Anybody can teach you music theory. Is too, you got to play it on. You got to play in front of a concert that I know you can play. That you can actually play the. You can actually play the piano. That's why this game ain't for everyone. The game ain't for lazy dudes. It ain't for lazy women. It ain't for people who want to get a handout. It ain't for victimhood. It ain't for none of that. That's why everybody can talk the game, but everybody can't live this game. Baby, I'm living it. Even when I'm sad and down and out, when I'm up, when I'm down, whatever the case may be, I live this game. And there's so much game you're going to play on me, and I didn't going to get you. I hope that helped you out, Fierce Soul. You asked for the extra 5 minutes. I'm giving the extra 5 minutes. Thank you for thank you for the Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're putting some respect on the game. Everybody want to eat free, but everybody want to go to the buffet, but they forgot to pay. Forgot to pay the cashier when they came through the front door. No. That's why this game ain't for everyone. The game is to be what? Sold and not told. It's to be what? Sold and not told. That's why this game ain't for everyone. A lot of people do not want to pay the price for the game, but they want it for free. A lot of people do not want to pay the price for the game, but they want it for free. How are you going to want something that I paid with my life for, where I paid for over $5,000 worth of books and information over here that I got, but you want it for free? The game, I'm just going to be controversial. I'm going to say it. The game ain't for you. You have a welfare mentality. What you gonna give me, and you ain't willing to invest. When we talked about this a couple years ago, when the guy in college in Alabama, they know that they wanted to win the title. I forgot what title it was for the college for Alabama. They got a coach just for him on how to. They got a quarterback coach. And to teach him how to throw the ball correctly so that what? He can win the game. They had to pay for a person who specializes in what? Hitting your target with the ball. Everything ain't free. When you pay for it, you value it. Let me stop right there. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. I got to go on this. The reason why the game ain't for everyone, and the reason why the game ain't working for some people, a lot of people, I'm going to say a majority of people, they haven't paid for it. Let me say that again. The reason why this game ain't for everyone, because they haven't paid for it. You have not had a true transaction with this game. This is the reason why the game ain't for everyone. You got something and you got stolen goods and you wondering why it ain't working for you. This real talk. This real. Y'all caught me. I didn't change clothes and I about to end it. I end the show already. But the reason why the game ain't working for you, why you get all this information, because you ain't paid for it. You ain't put nothing on it. You ain't put no respect on it. You can put respect. You ain't put nothing. You have not invested. It has not become an investment to you. I had to pay $2,000 for this particular MacBook Pro with the M1 with the M1 chip. That's an investment. You ain't invested into what the game, and that's why the game ain't working for you. I don't care who you listen to. me to anybody else. Until you invest in the game, you ain't game. It's gonna work. It's gonna have minimum results. I probably need to do a show just on that. Until you willing to invest in yourself in the game, don't expect it to work. I know this is hardcore. It is what it is. That's the reason why the game ain't for everybody. Because everybody don't want to pay the price. They don't want to pay the price to be the boss. It ain't for everyone. They don't want to pay the price, but they always want to eat gravy. If this is helping you, let me know. Put a number 2 in the chat room, because I gone on and washed up. I didn't change, put my jogging suit on, going to get me some waffles. If this has helped you, just this part, because I didn't did the other part, but just this part right here. You wonder why the game ain't working for you, why you ain't get the girls, why you ain't get the money, because you ain't willing to invest in you, and you ain't where to put your money where your mouth is, or you got stolen knowledge. Go back and look at all the books that I got and I invested in me. Books I got on my phone. Until you willing to invest in you, this game ain't gonna work. You can go across country, you can go around the state, you can go to Africa, Colombia, Brazil. Until you invest in you as a person and your character and who you are, baby, son, this ain't for you. That's why a lot of guys are losing in the game. They don't want to invest. They want a handout. They'd rather settle for chicken wings to get filet mignon. This is the reason why the game isn't for everyone. Until you're willing to invest in you. That goes for me too. I invested in a new phone. I got the 15. Invest in where you live at. This is how you get better quality women, is because you invest in you and be a better quality man. You don't do it for the latter. It is happen to be a result of what you've done. This is how you separate yourself. You ready for the game. This is I'm doing the after show now, since everybody then pretty much got me on here. I thought I shut the computer down, but I guess I didn't shut it up fast enough. You want to see a difference? You want to see a man that's on his mission? Is when you invest in you. You can talk about Jada, Will, and I can talk about Jada, Will, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. They all did one thing. They invest in you. I guarantee that Beyonce had to invest in what? A dance instructor. I bet you that Will didn't write all his raps. He invested. He probably wrote something. He had somebody tune it up. You have to invest in you. You want the real game? You want to see things go to the next level? Invest in you. How do I invest in you? When you get knowledge, you put respect on it. Shout out to Fierce Soul. Brother, I appreciate it. He put respect on it. What I mean, he said, you know what? I like this knowledge. I agree with it. Let me put some respect on it. Let me exchange energy for the energy that was given. I'm not here begging. I don't need to beg for nobody to give me anything. I'm already in a consciousness that I am money. And since I am money, guess what? Money just have to open up and show up, because I am it. This separates what you hear on these social media sites. I promise you. Any guy who's thorough in the game, any woman that's thorough in the game, they invested in themselves. They invested in their look. They invested in their clothes. They invested in themselves. This I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to say this is what you need to do. These sunglasses alone, $200 investing. Why? I could have got the sunglasses that were in the middle of the mall. No, I wanted quality frames. I wanted a look. I wanted a certain tint. Why? Because I had to invest in me. What are you willing to invest in for the betterment of you? That's why this game ain't for everybody. This is why this game ain't for everyone. Well, you say I just started out, LD. I don't know what I can do. I don't know what I can do, baby. You go to Burger King, you go to Starbucks. You waste your money on things that are only going to be temporary and not things that are going to make you last till you 50, 60 years old. I'm 51 years old. I had to invest in me. I had to give. I don't know. I don't know who this is for. Y'all quiet in the chat room. Let me know in the chat room you picking up what I'm putting down. And ain't no woman, this gonna help somebody else. Ain't no woman gonna invest in you if you haven't invested. Ain't no woman going to invest. No woman's going to invest in you if you haven't taken the time to invest in your own self. Get a haircut. Keep your dreads tight. Keep your life right. Keep your mind mental. Get therapy. Whatever. You invest in you. Why do you think a woman should even give to you, even call you a king, if you haven't taken time to take care of the king? Invest. Every man want to be called a king and this and that. And I'm this. Same thing for the women. Every these women want, I'm a queen, baby. You need therapy. You need help. Your wig is crooked. Or you invest in external things, aesthetic things, but you haven't invested in your soul. You haven't invested in your character. You don't know how to treat people correctly. That's why this game ain't for everyone. Or you do bad business. This separates the real from the fake. All right, everybody's quiet now. Invest in yourself. That's why I will be doing coaching, and I will be doing webinars, I have some books coming out. I have a book right now, The Power of Believing Yourself. You need to, if you haven't got that, you need to get that. Well, I didn't know you had that book, LDA. You need to get that book, The Power of Believing Yourself. You haven't got The Secret Invisible Crown. You need to get that. It's on Amazon. You can't find it on Amazon. I got a private link. You need to get the thing on. Some of y'all don't even know how to seduce a woman. You need to get that book on. You need to get that audio tape on how to seduce a woman. I got things that I don't even talk about, but I'm sharing. Why? You invest in yourself so that you become a better self. The next thing I'm going to do, I think the book or the audio book I'm going to do is going to be on the is going to be it's going to be really heavy. I think it's going to be what women get wrong about men. What men really need. You don't need. I'm gonna tell you one thing men don't need. Y'all don't need love. Your dog loves you. Catfish love you. But you need something else. With that being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. Can I go this time? Can I kick it? Can I leave this time? Can I go? I'm about to leave this time. I'm about to go. Appreciate you everybody for this listening in. I'm about to go this time. Let me run the music one more time. Bam. And we out of here.